Durdle Magic. Hello and welcome back to Durdle Magic. Today we're playing some more casual Kudro, and my apologies for last time. I will describe the commander this time. Looking at our hand, we do have Bajuka Bod we can get down early, and a plains into a Signet. We can cast everything in our hand plus the Drum minus the Sun Titan. I think we can keep this. I cut down the lands a little bit. I added some more card draw, and I added one more piece of removal, so we'll see how it goes. We did win the die roll, so let's go ahead and get us out of the way here. General Kudro of Duranith, is a 3/3 for 1 white-black legendary human soldier. Other humans we control get 1/1. Whenever it or another human enters the battlefield, exile target card from an opponent's graveyard. 2. Sacrifice 2 humans, destroy target creature, power 4 or greater. Alright, it's our turn. We get a plains. Let's get the bog out of the way. We'll need the black mana at some point. Let's go ahead and just pick a random person. And we'll roll it on over to our opponents that way. Our next opponent is Kinnan, Bonder Prodigy. Green and blue for legendary human druid 2/2. Whenever you tap a non-land permanent for mana, add one more of any type that permanent can produce. Or produced rather, sorry. So if they tap for green, you get extra green. 5 green blue, look at the top 5 cards of your library. You may put a non-human creature card from among them onto the battlefield, put the rest on the bottom of your library in random order. So this is definitely one of those combo potential commanders. Simic totally needed another one. Yep, it's going to fill out that part of it just fine there. A forest and a Chrome Mox coming down for Kinnan. Imprint, when enters the battlefield, exile a non-artifact non-land card from your hand. Tap to add any mana of the exiled card's colors. So let's go ahead and see what they exile. They'll exile Kiora Behemoth Beckoner. So they must have card draw. Leafkin Druid, tap to add green. If you control 4 more creatures, tap to add green. So that'll tap for green towards the end of this. And they're already off to 3 mana start. So not very good for us. Our next opponent is Elsha of the Infinite. Also a good combo commander. So that is 2 in Jeskai, or 2 blue, red, white for a legendary 3/3 with prowess. Whenever you cast a non-creature spell, it gets 1/1 until the turn. They can look at the top card of their library at any time. They may cast non-creature spells from the top of their library. If they cast a spell this way, they may cast it as though it had flash. Flooded Strand into play for the Elsha player. They pass it on over. Our next opponent is a partner pairing, Thrasios Triton Hero and Ravos Soul Tender. Just looking at the decks across the table now, it seems we walked into a bad neighborhood. Tundra down for them. They pass through the turn. Thrasios Triton Hero, 1/3 green blue legendary merfolk wizard. 4 scry, reveal the top card of your library. If it's a land, put it on the battlefield tapped, otherwise draw a card. As many people might know, it's a partner pairing with whatever you need it to be to go infinite, draw the cards, do all the things. Our turn rolls over, we get a swamp. Let's go ahead and play the swamp. Hope we're not going to draw all lands this game. I took a land out of the deck even, and it's down to 36. Signet into play, roll it over to opponents. Anyway, to cover the second partner in the partner pair, Ravos Soul Tender, 3 white-black for legendary 2/2. Flying other creatures you control get 1/1. At the beginning of your upkeep, you may return target creature card from your graveyard to your hand. We have a Ravos in this deck. Our deck is middling in power. It's already kind of slow, and we are being by far outclassed. Renata called to the hunt. She is the green demigod. Flood Strand being cracked in response by the Elsha player. So, Renata called to the hunt. Power equal to devotion to green. Other creatures they control enter the battlefield with a 1/1 counter on it. That's probably good for Rishkar, is it? That way they can tap for mana, and bad things are going to happen to us. Probably Eldrazi Titans. So for falls down for the Elsha player. Enlightened Tutor at the response to the end step for the partner player. They reveal Smothering Tithe. That'll be good against the blue players. Not so much us, although I wish we were drawing that many cards. Underground Sea into play. Mana Crypt into play. Smothering Tithe down for the partner pair. Rolls over to our turn. We will not pay for the Tithe. We draw a land. Oh, come on, deck. Don't keep giving me lands, please. Alright, let's go ahead and play a land. Plains into play. Alright, let's go ahead and do Camball, perhaps. That way, at least, we're going to be getting some life. It'll make us a target from Elsha, though, but we'll have to wait and see about things. Camball into play. We'll roll it over like that. Nothing yet in graveyards that I really need to exile, so I didn't want to play Kudro just yet. Over to the Kinnan player. Smothering Tithe will trigger. Kinnan Bonder Prodigy coming down for that player. Their only blue source right now is the Chrome Mox, so that should be fun. Renata going into the partner pair. Seems legit to me. Partner pairs are scary, especially when they involve Thrasios. Lightning Helix targeting Kemball, and we will gain 2, lose 2. Yeah, I kind of figured that would happen. I didn't think it happened so quick, so I'm a little disappointed. Palua Delta down for the Elsha player. I imagine they're going to go ahead and crack that, rather. Go get themselves a nice, fresh-looking island / other land. Mana Crypt trigger for the partner pair. They have to flip a coin. They win the flip. They choose tails. I'll put a Delta down for them. Cracking the Delta. Tropical Island into play. Figured it'd be a green source. Wood Elves. Comes into play, they get a forest card onto the battlefield. Alright, they get by you. Night of Autumn. Comes to the battlefield as Reclamation Sage, stronger, or they just gain some life. Trigger goes to the stack, hitting the Chrome Mox. Let's see. Yep, going after that Chrome Mox. Don't know if they even need any more blue at this point, except for their ability. Heroic Intervention as a response. That'll save things. Rolls over to us. Tithe will trigger, and we will draw yet another land. We will not pay for the Tithe. Let's go ahead and get Plains into play. Wanna start setting up for that Winds of Abandon, probably. Other than that, there's not much we can do. We can summon our Journal and summon Vizkopa. So I guess that's what we're on right now. General Kudro of Duranith coming down for us. Kudro triggers. Let's get rid of that Heroic Intervention. Green can return anything to the hand, so that's all they need. Also, no Archaeomancers for them. Hurrah. Alright, black into the Signet. Vizkopa Guild Mage coming down. We get a trigger. Let's see what's in graveyards. I think we'll take out the Enlightened Tutor, just in case. Alright, Tutor's gone. Roll it on over to the opponents. Can't attack anything. Alright, they activate Kinnan. And they will go get to look at the top 5, put a creature into play that is non-human. Hopefully it's not dropping an Eldrazi. Alright, it looks like they whiffed. Let's see here. Rest on the bottom of your library in any order. So yeah, I guess all 5 cards were a whiff. Renata heading back into the partner player. No blocks, the damage is good. Elsha going to sack the Palua Delta at end of turn. Volcanic Island into play for Elsha. They tap mana. They're going to cycle Ragiran Triome. Tithe will trigger for their cycle draw. Sacred Foundry Drown for Elsha. They take the 2. Mana Crypt coming down for them. Mana Vault coming down for Elsha as well. Elsha of the Infinite coming down for that player. Disenchant. Elsha will trigger Prowess. Disenchant is targeting the Smothering Tithe. Smothering Tithe down. Rolls back on over to the partner pair. We have a Mana Crypt trigger. Let's see if they win the flip. They win the flip with the tails. Deadeye Navigator coming down. Interesting. They'll Soul Bond it to, I imagine, the Night of Autumn? Yep. Soul Bonded to the Night of Autumn. That means they can do very nasty things to our Mana Rocks. Unfortunately for us, we don't really depend on our Mana Rocks, so that's probably going to be okay. Alright, we have a few more triggers now. Night of Autumn, let's see where they send it. Again, attacking the Chrome Mox. That works for me. And they will re-Soul Bond to each other, I imagine. Alright, Night of Autumn. It's going to be targeting the Mana Crypt over on Elsha's side. Probably going after the Vault next. We'll have to wait and see. Alright, we draw another land. I don't know if there's something wrong with the magic algorithm or what, but it's quite irksome. Get planes into play, make sure we have that triple white so I don't mess up on the signet. If we use Winds of Abandon now, the partner player could counter. They still have 2 blue up in the treasures. If they have 2 blue up just to blink, that won't do anything. But we also get Kinnan into blue. So actually, let's go ahead and play Sun Titan. We'll get back Chem Ball. Get a Kudro trigger. Let's see what we want to get rid of. I'm thinking we want to get rid of the Chrome Mox. Seems like an okay addition to our Exile collection. Alright, we go to combat. Doesn't look like anywhere is really profitable right now, so let's just roll it on over. Closing Tusker is getting cycled. They'll get a land and draw a card afterward. Alright, well that fixes their blue. So we can Winds of Abandon next turn and whack some faces if no one has blue up for a counterspell. Sylvan Caryatid coming down, Defender Hexproof, tapped at it, 1 mana of any color. That's initially what I thought what the first mana dork was. Renata still going after the partner player. That is fine with me. Knight of Autumn gets moved to intercept. Will they blink it in response? They are blinking it in response. So it'll come back in. I think just destroy something. Signet or the Mana Vault is the question. I'd go after the Mana Vault, but you know, there is a bias. Alright. Oh, they're going after Renata. Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. It's an enchantment creature. To trigger on the stack goes to resolve. Renata is down. Called to the graveyard now. Mana Vault triggers for Elsha. They do not pay the 4 to untap the vault. Yeah, I probably wouldn't either. Steam Vents coming down for Elsha. It will come into play tapped. Elsha ending the turn. Blue mana up. That makes me not feel good about casting Winds of Abandon. Mana Crypt trigger for the partner pair. They lose the flip, choosing Tails. Conjurer's Closet. A Blinky deck, we get a Count Ball trigger. So at the end of their turn, they'll get to blink something. I assume it's the Knight of Autumn. Could also be getting more lands with the elves over here. Closet triggers. Yep, they'll be getting the Wood Elves. That means they go get a Forest card. Alright, Savannah into play. That means they also have possible negate mana up. Doesn't make me feel good about that either. Rolls over to our turn, we get Godless Shrine. The deck hates me, I'm telling you. Alright. Let's play the Godless Shrine. We'll pay the 2 life. Actually, we don't need to pay the 2 life. Let's not do that. Alright, let's cast Winds of Abandon and hope for the best. Winds on Overload. Alright. So, Elsha could have a counter, but it might be in their interest to let us go. If anything, Thrasios might not want us to do this. So, let's see if it resolves. Alright, we got Sword of the Plowshares targeting Sun Titan, the Sadness. Triggers, triggers, triggers. Alright, we'll gain 2 life. Cool. Swords to Plowshares, darn. Alright, Winds of Abandon goes off. All my opponents get some lands. Oop, we have a response now. Die Navigator will bounce. Blinking itself, rather. Okay. A response coming from Elsha. Cycling a farmland. Winds of Abandon goes to resolve. Alright, it looks like only Thrasios is getting basics out of their deck. That works for me. But it also makes them my target. Let's go ahead and swing into them with everything, since they're going to have all the mana, apparently. Alright, damage is good. Let's roll it on over. Unfortunately, we have no follow-up plays, because the deck keeps giving us lands. I don't know why that is happening. Paradise Druid coming down for the Kinnan player. Kinnan Bonder Prodigy coming back down for that player. Rolls over to Elsha. They will get the Mana Vault trigger. Let's see if they pay the 4. They do not pay the 4. They take the 1 damage. Ooh, Bone Crusher Giant. Looks like they're casting it for the full cost, so, alright. That's a blocker. Whenever it becomes the target of a spell, it deals 2 damage to that spell's controller. Rolls over to the partner pair. Mana Crypt will trigger. Let's see if they win the flip this time. Tails, they lose the flip. Down to 14. The opponents don't know this, but I'm going to start swinging into Kinnan now. I need to keep him off his Madorks and his commander. Thrasios coming down. The value begins. Thrasios activation. Planes into play with it. Mist Meadow Witch. So for 4, you can blink something, and it returns at the beginning of the end step. Well, to clarify, 2 white, blue total. Notably, It says target creature, so they can blink one of ours if they want to. And they might. Conjurer's Closet will trigger. They will blink the Meadow Witch. Nope, sorry, they chose not to. Rolls over to our turn, please don't be a land. Oh. Chaos Lords, why? It's another land. Scoured Baron's into play, we gain a life. Let's go to combat. Let's swing everything in Mojo's direction. Seems fairish. Alright, they're not assigning blockers. Let's activate the first ability. Let's put lifelink on that guy, Mr. Kudro. And then let's go ahead and give lifelink to Cannonball. Sure, why not? Alright, damage is good. We gain 6 life. Let's roll it on over. They are activating the ability. Let's see if they get a non-human this time. Alright, they whiff again and quit the game. That makes our attack pretty useless. That's unfortunate. A good game to Ken for sticking around, trying to play the deck out. Maybe they're suffering the same trouble we are with the draws. Mana Vault triggers for Elsha. Alright, let's see if they bother to pay the 4. I doubt it. If they do not, they will take a damage. Celestial Colonnade coming down. I remember when that thing was all the rage, and then they made Modern, and it was all the rage for a while again. Makes it hard to afford paper. Rolls on over to the partner pair. Mana Crypt will trigger for them. Let's see if they win the flip this time. Tails, they lose the flip. Thrasios is being activated. Gonti, Lord of Luxury. Alright, that's pretty good in a blink deck. Gonti coming into play. Gonti triggers, he will be targeting us. Let me know if you get 4 lands. Well, I asked them to let me know, and they didn't, so hopefully they got something better than we're getting. Unfortunately, we don't get to know any of the cards. No combat declared for the partner pair. See if they do anything in the second main. Nope. Straight to the end step. Conjurer's Closet. Gonti will be the target. Seems pretty good. I've always wanted to play around with Gonti. I've just never gotten around to it. Alright, they'll be targeting us again. We do have removal in this deck, so I'm hoping they're not drawing that and they're drawing like some useless something or other. Like, alright, I guess they're having better luck than we are. Digging down to scry for 4 essentially works out pretty good. Comes over to our turn, we finally draw a not land. Elspeth's Son's Nemesis, that gives us humans, that's why it's in there. So let's keep our lands in hand, pretend like we have something useful to do with our lives. And let's go ahead, man that sounds dark. Let's go ahead and cast Elspeth's Son's Nemesis. Alright, she resolves. Let's go ahead and make, do we want to make humans or do we want to do something else with our lives here? Because Gonti does have Death Touch and I'd like to swing into them. Yeah, I think we'll still make the humans. Do a little graveyard control type shenanigans. Alright, we got 2 Kudro abilities. Let's go ahead and stack those however we please. Let's get rid of the Smothering Tithe, sure. And then I suppose we'll just get rid of the Lightning Helix. Nah, let's get rid of the Swords to Plowshares, just in case. Let's go ahead and just roll it on over and see what happens. Both of our opponents are at 2 cards in hand just like we are. And it seems like the game's just kind of stuck. End step response from Elsha. Verdilian Click. I haven't seen this one in a long time. 1 blue, 3/1 legendary fairy wizard. Flash flying when it enters the battlefield. Look at target player's hand. You may choose an online card from it. If you do, it puts it on the bottom of the library and then draws a card. I hope they pick us. I'd really... well, no, it wouldn't work. Sad face. Alright, over to Elsha's turn. Mana Vault triggers. See if they pay the 4 this time. They do not. Yeah, I use Mana Vault on here occasionally because it's much cheaper online and sometimes you gotta keep up with people. But man, is it a pain in the butt. Alright, Elsha into us and our Planeswalker. I'm not going to bother to block. Our life total is really high. Unfortunately, Elspeth is going to go away. She's not even that great of a walker, but that's 3 more damage we're not taking. Dream Trawler, huh? Flying lifelink whenever you draw a card gets 1/0 to end a turn. Whenever it attacks, draw a card. Discard a card, gains hexproof to end a turn, tap it. Okay, I can see that working in there. Marsh Flats getting cracked by the partner player at the end of Elsha's turn. Mistbound Witch, targeting Gonti at the end of Elsha's turn again. Alright, they'll come back at the end of their turn, I believe. Rolls over to the partner pair's turn. Gonti will, in fact, come back at the end of their turn. Mana Crypt will trigger. Let's see if they win the flip or not. Tails, they win the flip. Tails all game. Merciless Eviction, exile all creatures. Yep, I kind of figured that's something they got off the top. Sad face for us. Well, at least we got a Cannonball trigger off of it. We have another activation. Mistmill will target itself. They will dodge the board wipe. Alright, all of our guys turned into Cosmic Jelly. Kudro goes back to the command zone. And we're in a bad place. It's unfortunate. Verdant Catacombs into play. All the fancy lands up in the 4-color. Alright, we have a number of abilities. So, Mistmelted Witch and Gonti will come back into play, and then Conjurer's Closet can blink Gonti again. They will be able to steal 2 more cards from us, which is unfortunate. Gonti comes back into play, they are targeting us again. They let Conjurer's Closet go. I might be misreading this here. They could have stacked it, correct? Let's see the Mistmelted Witch. Yeah, they could have stacked it however they wanted. That should have worked, right? Let me know in the comments, but I'm pretty sure had they brought back the Mistmeadow and the Gonti first, they could have blinked with the Closet Gonti and gotten another card from us. Rolls over to our turn. High Priest of Pence. Not exactly something I wanted to see. Let's go ahead and cast Kudro. Have some defense. And we'll get a little trigger. Sure, why not? Well, hold on to the Priest, I suppose. Won't be terrible. Alright, let's see what we have in graveyards. I guess we'll get rid of the Lightning Helix. If they get back Disenchant, that's fine with me. Roll it on over to the Elsha player. 1 card in hand for them, they will have 2 during their turn. Thrasios, not much better off, but they are also stealing our spells. Mana Vault trigger for Elsha. Let's see if they bother. They do not pay, they will take 1 damage. Needle Spire's in play for Elsha. Celestial Colonnade will become a creature. I hope they're swinging into Thrasios. Them spilling our removal is somewhat of a threat. No, they're coming into us. Alright. That's unfortunate. No blocks. We take 4 damage and they will gain 4 life, right? It has lifelink? Nope, just Flying and Vigilance. Uh-oh. Response out of Thrasios. Momentary blink. They will be blinking Gonti. They are targeting us again. I'm really hoping that Elsha realizes the threat Gonti is posing. But again, it could just be my bias. Maybe they have an answer in hand and they're just waiting. They are tapped out of mana though, so I don't know. Rolls over to the partner pair. Mana Crypt will trigger. If Elsha starts swinging into us again, I'm going to have to suggest they swing into the partner pair. Let's see if they win the flip on this Mana Crypt trigger. Tails, they lose the flip. They'll go down to 5. Essentially, they have 5 cards in hand because of our spells. Seedborn Muse coming down for them. That's pretty good. That'll turbocharge the deck for sure. Luminous Broadmoth. I've been wanting to play that forever. That stinks. So, whenever a creature they control dies without a flying counter on it, it'll come back with a flying counter. Cracking Verdant Catacombs to go get a land. Thrasios coming back down. Opponent goes down to 4. We cannot break through for anything at the moment, unfortunately. Conjurer's Closet triggers at the end of the partner player turn. They will trigger Gonti, but of course, targeting us, I wager. I wager correctly. I wish I could at least see what they're getting. Unfortunate. Rolls back over to us, we get Unbreakable formation. That is not even close to being helpful. So I guess we just rolled on over and be sad about things. Thrasios activation at the end of our turn. They will get to scry 1, maybe get a land, maybe get a card. Let's see what happens. Looks like they draw the card. Over to Elsha's turn, Mana Vault will trigger. I doubt they'll pay for it, but let's see. Partner player is saying whoops. I wonder what they whoops out. Alright, looks like they're paying into the Mana Vault. Elsha 2 cards in hand, passing through the turn. Let's see if they have any reactions. I imagine some Thrasios activations from the partner player. Edgeralmi's Call. They'll get a creature card revealed and put it into their hand. Uh-ohs. Let's see what they reveal. Gray Merchant. That's not good. Thrasios activation. They get an island in play. Thrasios activation again. Swords to Plowshares. Sadness. Much sadness. Mana Crypt trigger. Let's see if they win or lose the flip here. They lose the flip. Take 3. They're at 1. If only I could hit them for something. Panharmonicon. That's going to be terrible for us. I do love that card though. Gray Merchant coming down. They will bleed us for 1, 2, 3, 4. So they will gain 8 life. Oops, sorry. Yep, double triggers. They will gain 16 life. It's all sad. All of it. Thrasios being activated again. Alright, we have attacks. Gonti into the Elsha player. Our own Luminous Broadmoth into us. Alright, to the second main. I imagine, yep, to the end step. Conjurer's Closet. Gray Merchant, I wager. There it is. That'll be another 16 life for them, and another 8 from each of their opponents. Comes over to our turn, we draw Plains. Deck, why do you hate me? Let's go ahead and play a Swamp. And I guess we'll play the High Priest. We are not drawing any of our targeted removal, although to be fair, Gonti may have gotten rid of all that. Let's go ahead and get rid of the tutor. Why not? And we'll pass it to Elsha and hope they have something. Thrasios activation. Elsha response on the end step, we have a brainstorm. Hopefully they find an answer for the partner player. Oops, looks like partner player's got a response. Activating Thrasios again. Island into play for them. Lightning Bolt, targeting the Mismo, which, that's unfortunate. I think they'll just blink it out. Even if they don't, it'll come back into play with a flying counter. They let it die. Luminous Broadmouth will trigger. The sadness. I've been trying to play that card forever, through all of my testing and all of my games. Over to Elsha's turn, Mana Vault will trigger. One card in hand for the Elsha player. They will draw a second one, but unless it's something like Psychrift or Blasphemous Act, I don't know what's happening. Descend upon the sinful, exile all creatures. Delirium, they can get an angel. Avenger Shaper Savant, it will be in response and it will bounce the spell to its owner's hand. That's too bad. They maybe have one more turn to do it, but if the opponent remembers to activate Mist Meadow Witch, they do not. Alright, Elsha quits. Alright, Avenger comes into play, he gets double triggers, all of our creatures going back to our hand. Thrasios activation. Rolls over to their turn, Mana Crypt will trigger. Yark the Desecrated coming down. So another Panharmonicon. That's overkill at this point, but hey, whatever. Let's see it happen. Phyrexian Arena. I wish we had drawn that ourselves. Cloud Shift, targeting the Grey Merchant. Yep, that'll work. So now they'll get 3 triggers. We will take 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we, 6, 7. So we'll be drained for 21. There's the first batch. There's the second batch. And there's the other batch. The game is going to our opponent. Unfortunately, we still drew lots of land. I don't know why it keeps doing that. Guardian Project coming down for them. That's pretty good with all the blinking. Everything to us. Let's see, that's 1, 2, 4, 7, 9, 11. Alright, down to 2 we go. End step, Conjurer's Closet, targeting the Grey Merchant. That's good game to our opponent. Unfortunately, we just couldn't draw anything. The deck's just not seeming to perform. Let me know in the comments if 36 lands is too much for this deck. I'll bring it up in a second. Let's let our opponent stack this out. They deserve the win. They were down to 1 and came back. Good game to our opponent. Let's go ahead and take a look at that deck real quick. Go to the collection. So only 36 lands. We do have removal and card draw and all sorts of things, but for some reason just kept getting lands. So I will post the deck list to this video via Tappedout. Go ahead and hit that link. Go review it. Feel free to offer any suggestions. If you like the content you saw here today, please hit that subscribe button. Hit the bell so you're notified of my new videos, and share and like so everyone can come and just Durdle with us. If you have other content you like on YouTube, other creators, go and watch their videos, support them, hit like, hit share. I know they'll appreciate it, I'll appreciate it. We're all in this together during this time. Please be responsible, follow the guidelines, stay safe out there, and after all this, maybe I'll see some of you and we can sit down and Durdle with some magic. Bye.